Yes, hello everybody. How you guys doing? Welcome to today's show. We're reaching you guys through Facebook because um, we have some issues with our YouTube, but we're gonna be back very soon. So every other of our broadcasts will be on Facebook, and we're gonna relay all this later on our YouTube channel. But yeah, it's been a while now, and I want to thank all of you. We missed you on Facebook. How you guys doing? I hope you're doing okay. Yesterday was a wonderful show we had with with area father Charlie Boy. Very fantastic show. I'll advise you to go um, look at that show, watch it, listen to it, play it back, do everything. But you're gonna enjoy it. Don't forget to like our Facebook page if you've not, and you can also go to our Worship Media YouTube page and subscribe if you have not. All right. This fight with Facebook and YouTube, it's kind of interesting. Before I go on, I want to talk about this. Someone asked me, um, how come? Because a lot of my friends who are into activism and who do things that challenge the government of Nigeria, they always get their their sites either slammed with one restriction or the other, blocked, and all of those things. And so one of my friends was asking me, "Come, is it really possible that it's the federal government of Nigeria doing that?" I'm like, "Yes. How can you not think that the federal government of Nigeria is doing that?" And then he said, "Explain to me how." And I explained to him how, and I'll tell you now how it happens. Um, it doesn't matter. I know that Facebook, YouTube, they are free portals, and you come there. I mean, if you don't like it, you leave. But you see, they are also making money through us. So I think there has to be some kind of mutual respect between the content creators and the owners of the portal themselves, because they come to advertise on our videos, and that's how they make money. Okay, so what happened is that you guys know when Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, came to Nigeria, he came and then he went to the is it digital hub or something in Lagos, and he had one-on-one talk with them, and later on they established their office there in Lagos. Google also established an office in Lagos, and it is Google that owns YouTube. Now, wait, the story gets more interesting. You also know that Twitter, the co owner of Twitter, was also in Nigeria. He spent some time in Nigeria. You remember that? So they all have strong bases in Nigeria. They have Nigerians working for them. So it's not like we're making this up. And if you are a YouTuber, if you're a blogger, if somebody who uses this site, you will realize that sometimes they block your video, they block your content, and then you appeal, and then they later release it. What happens is that most of the people, because they employ Nigerians from all tribes to review the contents that are posted on, they know where you're from. When you sign into YouTube, Google knows everything about you. Google knows your village, knows when you were born. So they've compartmentalized all of us, and so they have people from Nigeria overlooking Nigerian sites or sites that post Nigerian content. So these people are able to read something you write in Hausa, something you write in Yoruba, something you write in Igbo, something you write in Efik, Jukum, Tiv, Idoma, anything, any language that you write in Nigeria, they can read it. And so it is these people that have been corrupted. Anything that Nigerians touch, that one don't go. So these people have been corrupted, they have been compromised, they are the ones that the government will give money to. So anytime you post anything against the government, they'll just slam it. Yes, say that Chidi told you. These are the people that, it's not the Google, the central Google. No, it is those people in Nigeria there. It is the people that, because they have people that work online for them that look at this video, look at the content. So they are the ones that, because they have been compromised by the government, by Loretta Onochie, by Femi Adesina, and all of those e-dogs, they are the ones that go after our posts. They are the ones that they slammed us, our YouTube channel. They gave us a strike because we posted. Remember that lawyer that they caught, and he was sharing money, that APC lawyer. So we're not surprised when YouTube will normally like give you a warning, but they slammed us. They gave us a strike and banned us for 1 week because of that video. And how does that happen? Because these people go and report you and say this, that they killed somebody. eh, They say whatever terrible thing they have to say about you and your post, and it happens on Facebook too. You think they don't? You think they don't have close relationship with the government, and yet vice president is going to be talking with it? It's all not them. So when you post something against them, they come after you, and but when you now ask for a review, remember it takes time. So that period of the central Google reviewing the post and then finding out that you didn't commit any crime and then releasing it, it takes some time, and by then that issue is no longer viral. They've managed to quell the whole thing. That's how it works. So don't think it's one digital thing that is happening in America. No. It's your people there in Nigeria that are causing the problem. So now you know. Anyways, let's go ahead to talk about. So Google, Facebook, Twitter, all you people, don't aid our government to oppress us. We are just trying to bring to the front line what our people are going through. So don't go after the messenger and the message. Go after, listen to the message and go after the people that the messenger is talking about in the message. See, you make a lot of money from people in Nigeria, so you have to work with us. Okay, that aside, you know, talking about social media, let me let you guys know, as we're talking about Revolution Now, First October protest, it will be happening all over. I mean, like all over the world. I had a slide that was showing before I came live. I don't know if some of you saw that slide. I'm going to put on that slide. There are some adverts in it, so if you see adverts, just know saying I they sell my market. So there's going to be it's going to be taking place in downtown Toronto. It's taking place in Netherlands. It's taking place in South Africa. It's taking place in France. It's taking place all over the world. So make sure that you join one of the protests that is happening in your own city. Find out. If you don't know where it is happening in your city, please reach me and I will direct you properly. But we in Canada, we're coming out on the 1st of October at downtown Toronto to be part of this protest. But we are also going to do something online on this Tuesday, okay? Tuesday, which is tomorrow by 9 a.m. Nigerian time. We are going to make sure that everybody hears us. So make sure that you join in the Twitter war. We're going to be on Twitter, making sure that that everybody knows what's going on. So let me show you. Let me show you what we're going to be doing on Twitter. So we are going to be tweeting, and this is the instruction. I'll read it out for you. It says, this is actually from Comrade Proficience. It says, we are 9 days away from October 1st protest. We must trend two hashtags on Tuesday morning, Revolution Now and October 1st protest. Revolution Now and October 1st protest. Remember, there are some other hashtags like Buhari must go and stuff like that. But these two are going to be trending. That will make the whole world know that yes, this boo boo man is really a boo boo and he needs to go. So you have to get your acts ready and make sure that on that day you are that's it, twisting, you're tweaking, tweeting, tweeting like every other person. Make sure you are tweeting and that you follow the instructions that are laid down for for the um, for the exercise. So what you're supposed to do is to compose two of these hashtags, hashtag Revolution Now and hashtag October 1st protest. And the strategy is that you should compose about 30 tweets before 10 a.m. on Tuesday. This is 10 a.m. Nigerian time. If you don't do this, we cannot trend. As a movement, we have to post over 300 tweets under 5 minutes. 300 tweets under 5 minutes. That's what we have to do. It might be hard to compose it at trend time. So you don't wait till that time to start composing. That's why you have to compose at like 30 tweets. It's not difficult. Just say Buhari must go. Hashtag revolution now and hashtag October 1st protest. Come out to protest. Revolution now, October 1st protest. That's just make those stop the killing in southern Kaduna. Hashtag revolution now and hashtag October 1st protest. Stop the fuel hike. Stop shooting unarmed protesters. Stop criminalizing people who are asking for their own independence. All those kind of things. That's what you're supposed to compose and make sure that it trends. Okay, and always add graphic pictures and registration link. Remember to tag official account of Revolution Now, TIB movement in all your tweets and all necessary details to your tweets. All right, so remember you have to help make sure that this message goes viral. That's the only way we're going to fight this digital war. You know, the good thing is that they can go looking for us on the streets all the time, but we are doing the greatest damage online. It is online that we have moved this war. But come October 1st, we're going to physically show the world that this government is done for. All right? Now let's talk about this election that just happened. A lot of people are rejoicing, and a lot of you didn't understand. You know, we followed the election. We brought you updates. We are, let me say this 1,000,001 times. We are a news media. We are a media organization. Okay, we are a media organization. Worship media. The media in our name means that we are a media. So when we're a media organization, we follow news, we follow trending things, we try to talk about trending topics. That's what we do. But a lot of people misunderstand us. They think that they know what we must talk about, or we must yes, of course we have our opinion, we have things that we are inclined to or we lean towards, but we try to cover as many things as possible. So that's why we covered the Edo election. We're also going to cover the Ondo elections. We don't believe in APC and PDP, period. I don't, okay? But if something is happening, we have to follow them, we have to watch them, and we have to see what they are doing, because what they are doing affects all of us. So having said that, I'm going to read to you what one of my friends wrote about this election. He said that the regime contested against itself and won, and you all are jubilating. Let me be clear here. I know a lot of people who got involved in the Edo election not because of APC or PDP, but because they just wanted to see that they supported Obaseki. They believed that he was doing something good. Those kind of people, okay, they seem to know what they're doing. But you see, the people I don't like, are the people who don't mind. APC or PDP, they jump in here, they jump out here. That whole thing is just annoying. It is frustrating. It is just a nonsense of a thing. It's a nonsense of a thing. Okay, so what my friend wrote is that some are even mocking those who don't have shame. You can't shame the shameless. A wise man once said, you can't shame somebody who does not have shame. An idiot even said it's a revolution against godfatherism. Really? Was godfatherism defeated, or godfathers changed names and addresses from Lagos to Eleme? So at the end of the day, there is still a godfather in the picture. the godfather that seemed to have been defeated, it was Oshomole. But then you saw godfathers like Wike also in the picture. What we're trying to say, even in Enugu State, there was a rally that was conducted in support of the past governor of Enugu State, Chimaroke Namani. Well, you see, and the present governor was there, and other people were there, other PDP big wigs in Enugu State. They did a solidarity thing, and then someone actually said that the governor has a right to choose who will succeed him. You know, such statements seem to promote godfatherism, and that is unacceptable in modern day politics and leadership. That is something we are fighting against. So, in Edo State, my friend Adeyeye Olorunfemi is saying that, look, godfatherism was not defeated, okay? That in Edo State, they just changed their venues, all right? Someone contested 4 years ago with a political party, defended his manifesto, because when you are in a political party, when you are in APC, that means everything that APC agrees to, everything that APC believes in, you believe in that, you're defending it. So you were in APC, you defended APC manifesto. This is talking about Obaseki. You claim that APC is the best from Earth to Pluto. You slept with a broom, which is a symbol of APC, and you woke up the next day and you're defending the umbrella manifesto. Do you see why I tell you that we are not politicians? Because how do you do this and you feel comfortable? And one thing about us is that we quickly get carried away. Okay, fine. You're connected with Obeseki, you work for Obeseki, enjoy your moment. I don't have any problem with that, because I mean, when you work for something, no matter what it is, if you work for that thing and it went the way you planned, I mean, nobody can take that away from you. You feel a sense of accomplishment and you want to rejoice. So anybody who feels like rejoicing, please, I don't have anything against you. But we're just trying to analyze it so that you understand what you're rejoicing over and you don't get carried away. Nothing has moved. The goalpost is still the same thing. The same team is still there. The goalkeeper just changed his jersey. It is still the same people. Everybody, the referee, they just change uniform. When you change uniform, it doesn't change who you are. So let us be very, very careful. The same people you said they were bad, now you say they are good, and everybody just moves over to that side and they just forget everything. And you all are saying his victory is the best thing to have happened after Gary. At this stage, it after Gary Jebu, at this stage, it won't be wrong to say you all are not victims of oppression but accomplices. So he's saying that we all that are thinking that what happened in Edo State is the best thing to have happened, that we all are accomplices. You see, I agree with some, I don't agree with some. I think that it was important that the people were one thing I must give to Edo people is the way they were mobilized and galvanized. They just stood up for what they wanted. It may not be what I want, it may not be what I agree with, but trust me, man, if we stand out like that, if we stood up like that and mobilized ourselves against the government of Nigeria during the Revolution Now protest, the August 1st protest, we will achieve so much. You know, I keep telling people, yes, it is good to criticize people. Yes, it is good to analyze what people have done and, you know, point out where they didn't do it right. But you have to always look at your own self. You have to remove the log in your eyes. So, in as much as we can criticize people, it is more important to me what we are doing as a people, what we are doing as a movement. are we making sure that whatever we set out to do, that we are doing it, or are we just criticizing people? So we must make sure that we are focusing on what we are supposed to be doing. That's what we must do. We must focus on what we're supposed to be doing. Just to let you guys know, whenever we come on, Facebook suppresses it. You're gonna see you see 7 people watching. No, it's not 7 people watching. The real analytics is what will show you how many people are actually reached. Okay, so don't let those things ever deceive you or discourage you. It happens, or if you're used to listening to a lot of people that are bloggers, especially people who criticize this government, you will realize that they all face the same thing. Our viewership is highly suppressed. So by the time you finish this, you suddenly see in fact, you suddenly see that 3,000 people have watched it, and you're wondering why was I not seeing them? Well, that is the same thing we just talked about how Facebook and all these people work to suppress what you are putting up out there. Okay. Anyways, let's continue. So my point is, let us criticize people, but let us make sure that we are warming up, we are focusing, and we are planning on our protest. For those of you that are in Toronto, we have a WhatsApp group. I need you guys to put your name so we know how many people we are planning for. We already have a very long list, and we need people who are in Ottawa to also put down their names. If you don't want to put down your name because some people think it's going to go public, please contact me privately, and I would connect you with the people who are going to be protesting at the Nigerian High Commission in Ottawa, Canada. Now, for those in New York, there's going to be a protest at the Nigerian embassy there in New York. There's also a protest in Washington D.C. There's a protest in the Netherlands. There is a protest in France. There's a protest in South Africa. There's a protest in Malaysia. I think there's a protest in Switzerland also. So there's a protest going on, happening all over the world, and I advise you to please join any of these protests. That's what we're going to be doing in the days to come. We're going to be warming up for this protest. We're going to make sure that we bring you updates about this protest, and make sure that you do not miss anything. Talking about Edo elections, just an update. APC candidate Ize he says that the election was not free, and the Edo election was not free and fair. Well, I don't know. It sounds to me like they are planning something again. That's what we told these people. We don't trust them. You don't even when you see that something was kuro, like we see it clearly, they will still go and manipulate it. I was telling somebody, don't just go and relax and think that this whole thing is over. No way. Not with the APC government that we know. You have not seen the last of this thing. You have not at all. They are going to jump a surprise on you. Well, they'll definitely go to court. They will go and manipulate things. It's going to be drama, drama, drama. Just go and buy popcorn and sit down on a comfortable chair and watch. But you can also not just sit down and watch them manipulate your future. You can take this into your hands. You can take matters into your hands and define your future. Don't let anybody define it for you. No way. You have an opportunity, equal opportunity to determine what happens. Why just sit down? In fact, don't even do that. Why sit down and watch somebody? If they cough, we say, oh, they've coughed. then we react to their cough. If they stand up, we react to their standing up. They sit down, we react to their sitting down. No, no, no. You rise up and you take back what belongs to you. Okay. Nigeria is not a nation; it's a country. But that nation, that country, it belongs to you. And what we are all fighting is that we take it back from the guys who have held us down and subjected us to slavery within our own territory. We will take it from them, and then we decide, we turn it into a nation. It could be a nation because that's what it be, not that it could be. It is actually a country of so many nations. There are so many nations within that. It was an amalgamation. They brought all these people together. But you need to review that. You need to find out if these people actually want to be together in the first place. You need to realize whether the name that you give to these people, whether they even accept that name. So all of that needs to be reviewed, and that is when you can now have peace. When you hear clearly, some people already have told you what they want. The people of Biafra have said, look, we want our Biafra. That is when they will now be able to have what they want. The Oduduwa people say they want Oduduwa Republic. Fine. That's when they'll be able to have that. But also realize that there are so many I don't like using the name minority, but there are other groups that are not as big as some other groups. So those other ones, they might not want to be included in the bigger groups, and they might want to become their own nation. They will also have a right to do that. And that, you see, the constitution has to be a constitution of the people, by the people, for the people, not a constitution that you impose on them by the military. Our constitution is full of military decrees where the general just gets up one day and says, from today, people will not answer John. And it is a decree. And then they ratify it or whatever, and it becomes a constitution. How that came to be, was it argued? No. It was just a decree. Remember in the days of military regime in Nigeria, whoever is the military head of state just gets up and just promulgates a decree, and it becomes law. And they backdate it. That's the worst. If they want to achieve something that is happening now, that started happening like a month ago, they'll come up with a decree and they will backdate it like 3 months ago. And you see that what a crime or something that, yes, a crime they claim you committed, months before the decree was promulgated, you will get to be tried under that decree. So how can you have that kind of thing as a constitution and you're using it to run a country? That is unacceptable. Well, guys, today we're going to stop it here. We're not going to go very far. I want to thank you guys for your continued support. Like I said, soon we're going to come back on YouTube. But I think what we'll try to do is we're going to try to stream YouTube and Facebook simultaneously when we come back to YouTube, so that we don't lose all of you on Facebook. And until Facebook Facebook, they watch us, we come. You see, the thing we left Facebook is whenever we come to Facebook, after a while they slam us again. So their shakara is too much. We know they are working with the government of Nigeria. So because they are the ones that get heavy money from them for adverts. So we know that is what is going on. Anyways, thank you for staying with us. On behalf of Dr. Erica, on behalf of myself, on behalf of our crew, I want to say I love you. Please stay safe and see you guys very soon. Bye bye.